magnanakaw sila. Ngayon, but the one who enters by the door is a shepherd of the sheep. Ito yung una pa lang, sa bungad pa lang, Jesus Christ was already identifying at least two. The shepherd of the sheep and the one who is a thief and a robber. Doon po sa fold, do you have an imagination ano yung fold? Sheep pen, that's correct. Bakit po may sheep pen? Because if they are out in the field, hindi na sila uuwi doon sa kanila. Kasi malayo yung naabot nila eh. Kasi naghahanap na sila ng pagkain. At ang ginagawa ng shepherd, gumagawa siya ng pen or sheep pen or fold. Bakit po? Doon po inilalagay nila yung kanilang mga sheep for protection throughout the night. Habang nagpapahinga sila at natutulog sila sa gabi, yung mga shepherd po, para silang caravan actually, nagtipon-tipon yan sila. They put them all together doon sa fold, doon sa pen. At ang kagandahan nito, kung kanino ka na shepherd, doon ka lumalapit sa kanya. Kasi alam na mga sheep yung boses ng kanilang shepherd. Quite unique animals. Kung sa loob ng pen o sa loob ng fold, may tatlong grupo doon ng mga sheep, yung tatlong grupo doon, hindi sila basta-basta sumasama sa kanino lang na shepherd. Bakit po? Ito naman description. To him, the doorkeeper opens and the sheep listen to his voice. And he calls his own sheep by name and leads them out. So ito yung imagination natin. When the shepherd goes into the fold, there's a doorkeeper. And because the doorkeeper identifies him as a shepherd of the sheep, he let him in. And then, anong gagawin ng Anong mangyari doon sa loob? Ang sheep po ay kilala nila yung boses. Tanong ko ngayon. Any illustration that we can find it today? In what way po na alam ng mga sheep ang boses ng kanilang shepherd? Example, may 4 na shepherd doon sa loob ng pen. Paano ba na malalaman ng mga sheep na yun ay boses na kanilang shepherd? Can you imagine? Ganito po yung illustration yan. Di ba may Sunday school tayo? Nilalagay natin lahat ng mga bata. Ngayon, hahanapin ng nanay ang anak niya. Pag sasabihin ba ng nanay niya, anong example na pangalan ng mga estudyante? Zia. Kung babanggitin ng nanay ang pangalan ng Zia, pero hindi siyang tunay na nanay niya, acknowledge ba ni Zia na nanay niya siya? Hindi. Kahit pa maginap ang boses ni Zia, lalapit si Zia sa'yo, Zia. Bakit? Kasi hindi ka naman yung nanay, di ba? Ganon din ang relationship within the fold. The shepherd has a close, intimate relationship with his own sheep. Kaya ito yung magandang description na ginamit ni Jesus because it describes the best. Yung ano talaga tayo in a relationship. Kaya, pasinin natin dito, the sheep listens to his voice and he calls his own sheep. And ito pa, he calls them by name. Hindi lang natin alam kung paano ito nangyayari kasi we have no direct experience man ito. But ito yung isang sa mga bagay na binabanggit ni Jesus na ang shepherd, na siya yung tunay na shepherd ng mga sheep, kilala ng mga sheep yung boses niya, at kilala din ng shepherd yung mga sheep niya because he also calls them by name. I'm not sure if this is literal, but this is what Jesus Christ said. He's sharing story. At ito pa, and the shepherd leads them out. When he puts all his own sheep outside, he goes ahead of them. And the sheep follow him because they know his voice. Ano palang ibang word ng shepherd? Ano ibang word ng shepherd? Sige, yung lingwahe natin ngayon. Ano ba yung ibang word ng shepherd ngayon? Term? Pastol o? Another word, yung bago nyo ng dulo ng pastol? Mga pastor. Yun. Bakit po? Kasi, in our time, ginagamit yung word na pastor because meron din siyang mga sheep na mga tao, ganun. Yun yung description nila dito. Dito din nila kinukuha. Pero we also know that itong mga shepherd is also equivalent sa church ngayon. Ano ito sila, Brother Bong? Sa totoo lang, ano itong mga shepherd? Sila ay ano sila sa church? Mga elder, di ba? Dito din natin makukunan din ng description kung ano yung dapat na elder meron tayo sa church. Ano yung elder na meron tayo dapat sa church? Una, kilala natin sila at siya ay tumatawag sa kanyang mga sheep by name at siya yung nagli-lead sa kanila. When he puts all his own sheep outside, he goes ahead of them and the sheep follows him because they know his voice. Ganun po ang ating makikita dyan. However, a stranger they simply will not follow, but will flee from him because they do not know the voice of strangers. Ganun naman talaga mga bata din natin, di ba? Yung anak ko nga nung nasa school sila kasi dadami nila sa school. Sabi ko, anak, huwag kang basta-basta sumasama ng kung sinong sabihin na sinundo kita ha. Huwag kang maniwala na sabihin ng itong taong ito, uy, yung mami mo o yung daddy mo hindi makakarating ngayon, ako pala yung pinadala nila para sunduin kita sa school. Sabi ko, anak, hindi po yan totoo. At the same time, that's why we give you cellphone para we have direct communication. Anak, malilate kami. Anak, dyan ka lang. Antayin mo kami, on the way na kami. Ganun din. Dito. They will flee from him because they do not know the voice of strangers. Jesus told them this figure of speech, but they did not understand what the things which he was saying or telling them. Seven. So Jesus said to them again, truly, truly, I say to you, I am the door of the sheep. Si Jesus daw ang door. Bakit po ba? Because sa loob ng pen, sa loob ng fold, may isa lang pong pintuan doon. May isa lang daanan doon. At sabi ni Jesus, He's now using an allegory this time. I am. At para maintindihan ng tao, He describes Himself as, I am the door of the sheep. Hindi pinabanggit na, I am the shepherd of the sheep. Ako ngayon, I am the door of the sheep. And look at this. All those who came before me are thieves and robbers, but the sheep did not listen to them. I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he will be saved and will go in and out and find pasture. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I came so that they would have life and have it abundantly. Who can give a reflection on this statement of Jesus Christ? Bakit kaya ganito ang pagkasabi ni Jesus that I am the door? Bakit po binanggit ni Jesus, I am the door? How does it relate to them? Kung tayo kasama doon sa crowd na nakikinig kay Jesus, I am the door of the sheep. What does it mean to them? O baka naman, katulad din sa 6, na kahit pag gaano kaganda ng story ni Jesus, hindi nila nanunawaan. Bakit po? Kasi dito pa lang din, sinabi din ni Jesus na may mga tao din na hindi makakaunawa sa aking mga turo. Bakit, Brother Bong? Because they are not my own sheep. Dito pa lang sabi ni Jesus, yes, you may be sheep in this world, but not all sheep are mine. Because only those my own sheep can truly understand what I am saying. Kaya we need to ask again ourselves, Lord God, help me. Help me to have the right kind of heart of the true sheep. So that when I become your true sheep, I can hear your voice. And I can understand and I will follow. Otherwise, kung sino-sino na lang ang ating masusundan, baka maging tulad ang isang sheep na sumunod sa thief and sa robber. Kaya dito, I am the door, sabi ni Jesus. If anyone enters through me, ito yung promise niya eh. Pero yun nga, hindi nga naintindihan ng mga tao. But there are some who comprehend this. I am the door. If anyone enters through me, he will be saved. And will go in and out and find pasture. Any words that you can remember sa turo ni Jesus that is related to this? Any statement of Jesus Christ? If we go through Him, if we enter through Him, we go in, we go out, and we find pasture. Lahat naman ng tao, di ba, kailangan natin ng may mga physical needs tayo. May mga material needs tayo. Pero ano yung isa sa mga popular, very familiar verse na nakukot natin that may have a relationship dito sa sinabi niya. If you go through me, you go in, you go out, and you find pasture. Ibig sabihin, hindi lahat ng pinapasokan nating door ay matatagpuan natin yung mga kailangan natin. So necessary talaga na doon tayo dumaan sa Kanya. Bakit po? Di ba may sinabi si Jesus sa Matthew chapter 6? Yung cure of anxiety? Na huwag kayong mag-alala kung ano susuotin nyo, ano yung kakainin nyo, ano yung iinumin nyo. Kasi mas mahalaga naman yung buhay nyo kaysa sa mga bagay na hinahanap ninyo eh. Kaya mas mainam para ma-overcome yung anxiety ninyo, seek first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. At lahat ng mga kailangan niyo ay idaragdag sa inyo. The similar to me. Anyone who would like to add more claims of Jesus Christ? Any teachings that is related to this? This is a promise. This is also an invitation. Na you go in, you go out, and you find pasture. Ito pa. The thief comes only to steal, to kill, and to destroy. Pero ano yung promise ni Jesus? I came so that they would have life and have it abundantly. Two things. Saan po nag-origin ang life? Sino ang giver ng life? Sinong owner ng life? Tayo? Sabi niya, may nakausap ako last time eh. Sige, Brad, life is what I make it. Siya daw yung gumagawa ng buhay niya. So siya daw yung may control. Siya yung may pasya sa ano niya. So life is what I make it. Kaya Brad, sabi niya, Life what you make it to. Sabi niya sa akin. Okay. That's how you think it. You take it. But sabi nito, I came so that you may have life. So sino dito sa ano? Siya ang through him, you find life and not just an ordinary life. But what kind of life? Abundant life. That's the first 10 verses of this chapter. Ngayon, another claim. The same time, the same moment, the same crowd. Sabi ni Jesus, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. He who is a hard hand and not a shepherd, who is not the owner of the sheep, sees the wolf coming and leaves the sheep and flees, and the wolf snatches them away. Ano pa mangyari? And scatters them. Again, binanggit ko kanina, di ba? Ano yung ibang word din na ano? Ng shepherd? Ito po yung description po ng, sabihin natin, if you're also looking for an elder who will tend the flock, who will take care of the flock ng congregation natin, ito yun. The good shepherd, ano yun? That person must be willing to lay down his own life. Not just available siya in good times, but supposedly, he must be also available during difficult times. Nakikita natin? Very simple description of a good shepherd. Ano pa? He who is a hard hand is not a shepherd, who is not the owner of the sheep. When he sees the wolf coming, he leaves them out, and he allows the wolf to snatch them away, and he allows the wolf to scatter them away. Yan po ay isang warning that if you're looking for someone to be our shepherd in this congregation, someone who lays down his life and willing to protect the congregation from someone who is divisive, because he stands as the shepherd, the good shepherd. He flees because he is a hard hand and does not care about the sheep. So, a good shepherd, he cared so much for the sheep. I am the good shepherd, and I know my own, and my own knows me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. And I have other sheep, sabi ni Jesus. Sabi ni Jesus doon, meron kayong sheep. Meron akong sheep ko dito. Pero I also have other sheep from other fold. I must bring them also, and they will listen to my voice, and they will become one flock with one shepherd. Ano kaya ibig sabihin nito? Anyone can help? Sabi ni Jesus, maliban sa inyo, mayroon din ako mga sheep pa. Nasa ibang fold lang din, nasa ibang sheep pen pa lang. Kukunin ko sila, parang buuin ko kayo at maging isa kayo at magkaroon kayo ng isang shepherd. Ano ibig sabihin? Ano yung reflection niyo dito? Brother Bong, any thoughts? Nung sinabi ni Jesus, I have other sheep. Aside sa inyo, aside dito na narinig yung yung boses ko, tinintindihan yung mga kinikwento ko, yung mga pangangaral ko, maliban sa inyo, meron ding iba. Ano yung maalala natin sa Romans chapter 1, verse 16? Pwede po pakibasa? Romans chapter 1, verse 16. For the Jews and for or Greeks. Yung ibig sabihin doon. So ibig sabihin, si Jesus was not just talking about literal things, but he was also describing spiritual matters that is useful to us today. No one has taken it away from me, but I lay it down, my life. I have authority to lay it down, and I have authority to take it back. This commandment I received from my Father. Ngayon, nung patapos na si Jesus, natuwa bang mga tao sa kanya? Sabi ng mga tao, dissension occurred again among the Jews because of these words, because of his teachings. So many of them were saying, he has a demon and is insane. Bakit kayo makikinig sa kanya? Kalokohan niyang tinuturo niya. Di naman totoo yan. Sino kayong magsasabi ng ganun? Yung mag-discredit sa mga turo ni Jesus? Yung kanang sheep o yung hindi sa kanyang sheep? Yung hindi sa kanya. Yung hindi sa kanya, sino kayang shepherd nila? Yan. Di ba before? Nung I am the light. Hindi naman kami bulag ah. Sabi na, hindi nga kayo bulag. Kasi kung bulag pa lang kayo, I will give you sight. Ay, di ba? Ama naman namin si Abraham, ama naman namin si Moses. Sabi niya, kung ama nga ninyo si Moses o si Abraham, sana ginawa niyo yung ginagawa ni Abraham. Kasi ang ama niyo, ang tunay, ay na gusto niyang humamak sa inyo. Even from the very beginning, siya ay suwail at liar. Ganito din dito. Ayaw nilang, obvious ba ang mga miracles ni Jesus Christ? Obvious ba na yung bulag since birth nakakakita? Kapani-paniwala niyo hindi? Pero ginawa pa rin ni Jesus. Ang tanong ngayon, bakit yan ginawa ni Jesus? Upang maniwala na siya nga yung pinadala ng Diyos. Given, obvious na obvious yung signs, wonders na ginawa ni Jesus, pati yung claims niya, ako nga to, ako ito. Bakit ayaw nila pa rin maintindihan, ayaw nila tanggapin? Kasi ayaw nga nila. Ganun lang din yun eh. Kasi we won't accept you. We just want to reject you. Bakit? Because we don't like you. Ganun din sa John, di ba? Sa bunga pala ng John. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. And He came to His own, yet His own reject Him. Dito, many of them were saying, he has a demon and is insane. Why do you listen to him? Ang iba naman, these are not the words of the one who is demon-possessed. And a demon cannot open the eyes of the blind man. So ang tanong natin ngayon, questions and discussion, Jesus is the only good shepherd that leads us to life and salvation. So, what does it mean to you?